Yeah, welcome to the Prescriptive TV channel. I want to thank those that have subscribed to this channel and those that are yet to subscribe. Please subscribe to this wonderful channel. In today's tutorial, we'll be learning more about padded Ankara. We're going to have the tutorial on Autogele and Ankara headband. The materials needed are tape rule, tailor's chalk, scissors, measuring tape, needle and thread, different Ankara material interfacing, and our scissors. For the first style, the length is 31 inches and the width is 70 inches. So I have 31 by 17 inches. And the next thing I want to do, I want to put a stay on it. This is my stay. We have the shiny part and the dull part. I'm putting my material on it. I don't cut my stay. I prefer putting it, and then after finishing, I'll trim it. And so this is the good side of my Ankara. This is the wrong side. So I'm placing the wrong side. I want us to note I'm placing the wrong side on the shiny part of the stick. So this is how it is, the wrong side on the shiny part. So this is it. Please don't put the stay on the right side. It's going to spoil the material. I've ironed. I will trim the excess. I prefer that than cutting it before attaching it. Now to get this crunchy headband or the ruffle headband, I'll fold this into two. I want us to note, I will sew this and the other edge too. I'm going to sew this, but I'm going to leave 3 inches or 2 inches so that I can turn it. So I'm going to leave a space here. I want us to remember, and then sew the others. So I'm going to sew the width, but the length I'm going to leave out, let's say 3 inches, so that I want to turn it to the right side. I want to close the 3 inches space, so I'm going to sew on it. Now I want to start the ruffle. I will start with a running stitch, the needle, in, out, can we see? In, then out, in, out. I'm going to do all the edges like that. But remember, I'm not starting from this edge. I'm starting from the width. So, in, out, in, out. I've done the width. I'm starting with the edge. So the same thing, the running stitch, in, out. Now I want to tie. I've completed the running stitch. I want to tie. I'll go back. Can you see? And then stitch again. I'll go back and stitch again. I'll pull. Make sure you pull. Make sure you pull it. And then stitch again. And then you make sure your thread goes around the needle. You pull. You do this twice or thrice. This is the headband. The measurement is 14 inches. And then the width, I'm going to measure across. I'm going to measure across. So we have about 3 inches. And so I've cut the material. I have 16 and a half by 3 and a half. So it depends on the size of your headband. Just measure it and then measure it across and then put about, maybe for the width you can put about 1 inch or half an inch, and for the length you can put allowance of 2 inches. And so we go on to find the easiest way of wrapping. There are different ways of wrapping, but to me the easiest way of wrapping, we'll go on to that now. I won't start from the edge. I'll leave a space and then make sure it is at the center, and so you start smoothing the material. Can we see? Let me turn it so that we can see. Can we see? This method is so easy. Amplify it. And then this is done. I want to work on the edges. So I'll put gum inside. The same thing for the other side. Same thing for the other side. The material is covering it. I'll put gum there. And then what I do, I will bend it. Can you see? I will bend. This too, I will bend. Make sure it's straight. I'll bend it. And then I apply the gum to the inside. Now I want to check if I should trim the excess. I want to bend this. I'm not yet gumming. That's safe. I want to trim this side a bit. I just want to, so instead of 3.5 inches, I would have used 3 inches. So I will trim this side. So I want to bend the edges. I'll just pull, bend. Can we see? I have to pull and then bend. There must not be any space. There must not be any space between the band and the Ankara material. So you have to pull it and then I want to cover the joining, so I'm going to use bias tape. You can use accessory, you can use ribbon, you can use several things to cover it up. I'm using a bias tape, and so I'll put gum on it. Make sure it covers the joining. I tried pinning the material on the headband. To make it easy for you, you can use glue gun to attach this or gum, but I prefer stitching it on it. And so I will start from the edge. It's a bit hard because of the stay, and then my band, I'll attach the band on it, just small stitch on the band. I continue, take part of the ruffle and then take part of the band too. You continue like that. It takes time. To gum it is easier, but this one you are sure it won't fall apart. So I'll stitch again. On my Alice band. Now it has turned to Ankara headband. And then I'll continue till I finish this. For the second style, we want it to be fan shape. I want us to know the difference. For the first one, the ruffle one, for the Ankara, I used it. This is softer, can you see? Now for this second one, which we want as a fan shape, I use wording. So you can see the difference. This is wording, this is stick. So for the second style, that is in the fan shape, I use wording. The one for the ruffled, I use stick. For the second style, I want us to check the video on the secret of padded Ankara Autogele. It will make it easier for us to understand this one, because I won't be going back to the basic. I don't want the video to be too long. The measurement here is 29 inches by 6 3/4. Remember it's sewn. 29 inches by 6 3/4. Remember it's sewn. So please check the video. I will put the link in this video. So I want to get the middle of this. This is 17, so the middle will be 8.5. 8.5. The down part, I'll measure 8.5 also. I'll get a ruler and then rule the middle. I've ruled the middle, so I want to form the fan. This, like a fan, bend, and then I'll start tacking. I'm going to go back to make sure it's firm. Cut the thread and tie. I will continue from the last stitch. Pull, and then I go back again. I'm at the top, so I want to go back. I'll go back again and then I tie it. I'll go back some few steps and then tie it. Now this is ready. I can decide to put it in front and adjust it like this. It depends on you. Or I can decide to put it at the side. It still depends on you. It can be at the side, it can be in front like this. And so, if it's going to be at the side, let's say I decide to put it at the side, I'm going to mark it. This is tailor's chalk. I'll mark it on the flange material, and then the base, I'll mark it too. So this align with this. The same thing for the other side. I want it to start here, and then I'll mark it. And so it's going to be like this for the side. And then, I've sewed it in the middle. So if I want to sew it with the base, I'll start from underneath, and then I'll pick it 1, 2, 3, and then put the thread. Can you see? And then I go back again. Can you see the needle? I'm going back again, and then I tie. I'll do like what I did for the other one. I'll do it for this one. So I'm going to sew it from the side up to this place, and then the same thing for the side. So it will not be moving like this. It will be like the middle one. It will stay.